Heyo, good evening. Welcome to Omnibros Live. Am I echoing? Can you hear me? Hear me? That's right. Brand new format, brand new co-host. Everything's popping here on Omnibros Live. I am OmniDog, joined with my co-hosts, Comics Guide and Geo.
What's that?
Comics Guide is that guy. Geo is that guy.
Welcome, everybody. We're back.
Welcome to the show. Hey, there's Drew Bloodworth. I haven't talked to him in a while. Dean Winchester, how's it going, my buddy? NFL Dude and James, two
Is that a pie?
You said what?
Is that a pie?
Is that a pie? Is he offering us pie?
I don't know. Cool. I would like to formally announce on the Krispy Kreme app, the hot light is on at the Krispy Kreme app. I just got a notification.
So you'll be back in half an hour?
Oh, Jesus, I wish.
Yeah, I remember that used to be a reason to just pull over from the busy street and just drive right in when you saw the hot sign.
Can you really just drive right by a Krispy Kreme when the hot light is on?
I did not go in there the other day because my CBD dispensary is right next to one. And I promised Patty I wouldn't go into it because I'm trying to lose weight. And that was hard. And the cold light was on, man. I was just like, I don't even care. I want a custard-filled donut right now, but I'm not going to. Happy Wednesday, Sazmerv Hump Day. So NFL Dude, what is with the pie? Is that a top or?
This show is as wholesome as pie, I guess.
There's something amazing. It just melts in your mouth. The minute you take a bite out of a Krispy Kreme donut.
Oh, you bastard. Are we back on those?
Yes, because now I'm craving Krispy Kreme.
Go get me some.
Doesn't it just melt in your mouth, Jess, the second you just bite? It's insane.
Yeah, they are insane. I don't think people really know, unless you've had a hot one, how awesome they really can be.
My God.
What's the big deal? It's just a donut. No, a hot one
more than a donut.
It's several levels of incredible taste sensation because you're right. It melts on your mouth. And then it's chewy, and it's hot, and it's the perfect right amount of sweetness for me because I like sweet stuff.
Yeah, and it kicks the crap out of Dunkin' Donuts and anything else because you bite into a Dunkin' Donut. A lot of times it's kind of stale. They've been sitting for a while. They're dry. It just not Krispy Kreme. There's just such a sense of warmth and love.
Being back in the womb.
There's a sense of warmth and love. Kind of like there's a sense of warmth and love with every package that In Stock Trade sends your way.
Whoa, that was 100% pro. High five. InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to sometimes 65% on their page. I know it's always 38 to 40% off for their books that also come with a 2% loyalty discount for loyal customers. There is always a $50 gift card from InStockTrades.com given away on this show. It happened 2 nights ago, and it happens at the end of every month. IST is kind enough to give us a card to give away. $50 or more in an order in the United States gets you free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. InStockTrades.com. That was for Lou's wife.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
My audience, right on. Nice. Well,
And the
I'll
dog.
be sending her an autograph. I appreciate it.
It'll be the photo of you looking like Magnum PI on the beach.
I don't think that one would pass muster with the husband.
My favorite Magnum PI episode, by the way, is the one where he shoots a nun. You remember
Oh,
that?
was she the nun on the ladder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nuns don't work on Sunday, and then he shoots the guy.
Boom. Nuns don't work on Sunday. Well, I happened to just notice some cobwebs. Ah!
Oh my god.
Dead nun.
They don't work
So yeah, tonight, here I am, Jesse. Say what? I'll be on every other Wednesday. We've changed a little bit on how we're going to deliver our product to you, and that is that on Wednesdays, when I'm on, anyway, I can talk about whatever these guys want to talk about: comics, collected editions, toys, movies, video games. Because I'm playing one right now with my daughter, and that's going to be going on for the rest of the year. We're at like 3% finished, and we've already put 10 hours in it, so we got a long way to go. When she's standing at the edge of the Forbidden West, we're like, oh boy, we just got here.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about video games, whatever you guys want to talk about, pie, Krispy Kreme donuts.
Interesting.
So Taylor Brown, do you want me to? Okay, I'm gonna say screenshotted. He's just making fun of me. Where was I? Yeah. So we were gonna talk about video games tonight. Lou, you had read something about the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's from Rick Nelson. I lived in Hawaii as a kid, and they film an action scene with a speedboat at the military base where my dad worked. We got to watch them film the scene and meet Tom Selleck in all his mustache glory.
That's incredible.
Nice.
I also met Tom Selleck.
What?
Yes. When I was working at Tower Records in LA, I would see at least 3 stars of rock or movies of TV a day, 5 or 6. Tom Selleck came in. This is how long ago this was. He needed a new stylus for his turntable for his cartridge, and I was manning the cartridge booth, which is the information booth. And I got him his stylus. He was very polite with a very pretty woman, but he was wasted.
That sounds like Tom Selleck.
Doesn't surprise me.
Either that or he was high as a kite, because man, them eyes were bloodshot and he reeked of alcohol. But he was very nice. I will say that for the 5 words he said to me, I think please, thank you, and no, he didn't tell me to F myself, so I consider that a win.
Who has the better mustache, Burt Reynolds or Tom Selleck?
Whoa. Do we need Gio to pull up a side by side?
Yes, I would insist that, please.
And it should be in their glory days, like not now when it's salt and pepper.
No. Well, Burt Reynolds, sadly, may he rest in peace, died a few years ago.
Oh. Is Tom Selleck alive?
Yes.
Okay. Well, God rest his soul. I totally had forgot about that.
Yeah, I watched Gator almost all day when he died. I was really sad that day. Burt Reynolds.
You what? You were excited when he died?
No, I watched Gator when.
Oh. Sorry. Okay. Whoa.
Wow.
How'd you do that, Gio?
That is.
I'm ready. I'm ready, my dudes.
Whoa.
I'm gonna give it to Reynolds.
I'm in love with Tom Selleck. I mean, I prefer the mustache on Tom Selleck. Does that go out on air?
Hey, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
I'm gonna go with Tom Selleck. Yeah.
I don't know. Gio, what do you got?
I'm going with the Selleck.
Damn.
Well, yeah, you like what you like. That's I mean, that's an iconic mustache. Show us Show us this picture up at the very top of Burt Reynolds in black and white.
See, okay,
yeah, like right that one.
Here's the thing with Selleck. It's more full, I think, and it fills out more of his face.
I can't look at Burt Reynolds anymore without thinking of Norm Macdonald on Jeopardy.
Oh, I love that.
Chewing his gum. I can't get in the big cowboy hat. I can't get over that. So, yeah, as far as dreamy, I'm giving it to my best friend for 3 minutes, Tom Selleck. It's a toughie, though.
That is a very difficult one.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize Tom Selleck was still around.
Yeah, he's still filming stuff.
Oh, next to Maginot. Just might be biased because of the sell. Yeah, it got me $2 in spiff money. Turd Ferguson. Right. I didn't know Sam Elliott was in the news cycle, but that's a mic dropper. Sam Elliott is astonishing.
Sam Elliott was awesome.
Why is he? Did he die?
No. He did not like Power of the Dog, the new movie, because
Was he in it?
No. The Power of the Dog has spoilers, homosexual scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
And Sam's like, "This is not how you do a Western movie. Blah blah blah. Like, cowboys aren't gay and whatever."
He said that.
He said, yeah.
Something like that.
I'm so out of it. What?
Yeah, it was more or less.
Let me
find it was on Mark Maron's podcast. Sam Elliott is still fucking awesome to me. That dude, he's got a voice like gravel, and he looks like a modern cowboy.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Really disappointing. I mean, who cares about stuff in the Western if it's a real Western? Isn't it a?
I'm gonna read a quote from the podcast.
Okay, who's Mark Maron?
A famous comedian writer who has a very famous podcast too.
Okay.
It says you want to talk about that piece of S. It's censored in the article. What does this woman from down there in New Zealand know about American West? And why did she shoot this movie in New Zealand and call it Montana and say, "This is the way it was"? That rubbed me the wrong way, pal. And then he talked about the gay stuff in the movie.
Well, tell me about the gay stuff, because so far, I mean, he's fine and he's fine for his crankiness. Tell me the good stuff. Why
they're all running around in chaps and no shirts. There's all these allusions to homosexuality throughout the effing movie. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't comment, but that's what he's complaining about because he's old.
Okay. Wow.
I don't know. Very.
I feel like we can separate his mustache from him, can't we?
Yeah, I mean, he's old. He still has that mentality of what a American Western movie is. Whatever.
I'm not saying forgive him. I'm saying forgive his mustache.
Which is kind of funny that he says that, because spaghetti westerns were traditionally filmed
in Italy
by Italians in Italy.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of the Sergio Leone stuff comes from.
Yeah.
For inexplicably being a complete ass, the homophobia they mentioned, and sexistly and nativistically dismissing Campion and the film for the reasons they mentioned.
That's a lot of $10 words for a $5.
Yeah, I'm struggling here. Just a sec.
Sorry, yeah. Also, I'm a little bit out of the loop. Sorry, guys. I drank some medicine and I did not know it was going to put me to sleep. So I'm fighting to stay awake here.
And I want the name brand of that medicine.
I'll let you know later.
Okay, you need to send me a bottle. I didn't really ask for that, but yeah. Okay, well, I don't know about Sam Elliott's beliefs, but I'm just saying I'm digging his mustache. I can dig a person's mustache and then leave it at that, right? Am I getting
Exactly.
canceled here?
No.
When you say that.
I'm always one that I separate the art from the artist. I mean, Jesus Christ. If you look at the Rolling Stones, their history, Jesus.
Oh.
Or Motley Crue, or any of
Oh,
those.
now that's a good question there, James Abel, the last question.
Which member of the Omnibus Collectors Network has the best mustache?
I think it's between Riley and Gio.
I think so too. Riley's got a solid beard game, and so does Gio.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We'll do a poll later. If Riley's on at the same time, we'll do a poll. And you guys can vote.
Yeah, I don't see myself appearing with Riley ever again. If he's only going to be on Thursdays, I guess I could go on that show and talk about those things that I've read for 10 minutes.
What's the book that you have, the manga that he gifted to you?
Oh, the Bubahedron or whatever?
Yeah. You can review that with him.
There you
go. Gigant. And how heavies are the dumbbells you lift?
That's a great series. I'll just say that. I really enjoyed that. I have the anime for it.
Let me see if I think I can read it.
That one, I don't know if you're gonna like it or not, but
it has. I like it already. Hang on. Just let me check it out. I like it already.
It has interesting facts about exercise and working out, and it has a bunch of pretty people that may or may not have few items of clothing.
I've run into that. See, what I like is there's a lot of 2 and 3 panel things, so I can actually read that like this. I can read that.
Yeah,
that's easy. It's when we go to, oh boy, something like this. And I know people are going to say, right, left, get instructions on the internet. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. No, it's too hard for me. Don't say anything. Don't bother.
No,
it's just too hard for me.
Drew, my man. All right. It's not even a contest.
Whoa. So I could, that would actually be fun to read these and go on his show.
Yeah.
His show. Is it whose show is it? Is it just him?
No, I'm on there.
Oh, you're on there.
Yeah, I just skip 1 week, like usual. But we'll talk about him here. If you ever read him, we'll talk about him. I've read him. I've done videos on Gigant. I can talk about that with you.
S is slowly becoming an expert on ecchi manga.
Ecchi.
Ecchi. Sketchy?
Ecchi, which means
ecchi manga, like I always wanted.
Like
slowly becoming an expert is a long way from reading 2 books. Okay, don't think that I'm going to get snared by them, and that's totally true.
Badonkas and bazookas. Wow.
Riley knew what he was doing when he got those out of his house, so his wife couldn't see him, and sent them to me, where my wife doesn't even understand what they are.
So before we talk about some figures, which I know you wanted to talk about that, and I'm excited to see what's happening, because this is sort of like the Great Value version of Unbox and Chill from
I'm just going to show, though. I won't cut anything open.
Okay. I just wanted to share one news item before we talk about some games and all that stuff.
Whatever you want to do.
They announced this book, and I don't know if you guys had heard of it. I'm going to share it here from the folks at Screen Rant. There's a new graphic novel from Brian Michael Bendis.
I did read about that this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, read that. It's interesting.
So what is this about? Do you know?
I read it this morning and I forgot already.
The Golden City of Eyes, book 1. It says here it is the first book in the 3-part series from Abrams Comic Arts. It tells the story of Bolden and his friend Spike, an accomplished warrior. They are both survivors of an incident that threatened the Earth many years before the opening of Phenomena. As they travel this place that was inspired by... I don't care about this. Okay. That's not part of the description. They're just filling in stuff. That's why I said I don't care about it.
Okay.
And that's the cover. Looks cool. I want to check it out. I'd never heard of this. This is the first time I'm looking at this.
Yeah, I didn't get to see any interior art. That looks boss.
Yeah.
So is he done with DC now, and just writing for Young Vault Books or whatever it is, the Young Justice line? What is it called?
Young Heroes, Young something,
Young People.
Yeah, I think that might be the case. Remember when it was first announced he's going to DC? Everybody's like, "Man, that's awesome. Bendis is going to write some amazing books."
He should have been given the Batman title from the get-go, and instead they gave him Superman.
They should have switched and given Tom King Superman.
Yeah. From the get.
Yeah. So he doesn't have his Jinx World or whatever it was. What's Naomi here? It says DC, but I think it must have a Jinx World, or is it not part of Jinx World? No, I guess this is part of DC proper. Okay, yeah, not a good example.
Next Imagine on says, I have little faith in Bendis, but I did notice that and do think it pretends well for a YA sci-fi collaboration and premise.
Good.
Bendis is writing Justice League. Okay.
What the heck? He is not. What?
Is that true?
Wait, what? When?
Why?
What the hell are you talking about? Are you messing with us, Rick?
I mean, he did write the Avengers. He wrote Avengers for years.
No, wait. Bendis is writing, but this is from March to 2021. Is he still writing it? Bendis and David Marquez.
Snyder.
Hold on. This was from last year. It's a new day for the Justice League as DC Universe's legendary team of heroes return, blah, blah, blah. Bendis and David Marquez.
Is he still on? He is writing Justice League versus Legion of Superheroes. Bendis' final issue, Justice League, is this month. It would have been so awesome if you had pranked us. I wish that wasn't true and you got us.
Man.
That would have been such a great one. But I had no idea. Okay. Well, I still have to read finish Snyder's Justice League so I can read Death Metal.
Ooh. Also, I have some solicits if you guys want to see that real quick.
Solicits?
For
what kind of comic?
DC books.
Oh, okay.
Trade paperbacks and all that fun stuff.
Things that are coming out in the future?
Yeah.
Boss.
I grabbed these from the Omnibus group. So shout out to whomever posted them. I'm sorry. I'm in a haze right now. I can't remember anything.
Oh,
somebody did.
I need a case of that cough syrup.
Yeah. Catwoman Lonely City is coming out in a hardcover for $30.
That's the Cliff Chang thing.
Yeah.
Does it say when? November 22nd. Okay.
November 22nd. 4 issues, I think, which is pretty pricey for a hardcover. $30. Jesus. Wonder Woman Evolution comes out October 11th. I have no idea what this is, but I assume Wonder Woman evolves in this book. This is what I'm.
Who cares about this?
Come on now. Aquaman and the Flash, Void Song, $17, coming out October. I will pick this up just because it's Aquaman.
Kelly and Lansing, I've read their stuff before, and I like it a lot. So just based on the writers, I will consider this.
Okay, you can see it. Okay, perfect. Batgirls Volume 1, coming out November 1st, 2022.
Cool. Becky Cloonan.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Jorge Corona.
My Corona.
And this I'm excited for, The Human Target Volume 1 from Tom King, September 13th, first volume.
This is so good. Human Target is great. Everybody should be reading Human Target. It's fantastic. Art is beautiful.
This is this book he's talking about?
Yeah.
This one right now.
It's so good, Jess. The art is fantastic. I love this book.
Is it? Well, I love the cover. Is it? Is that a hardcover or a trade?
Hardcover. I'm pretty sure it's
Ooh.
going to be standard hardcover.
That sounds pretty cool.
And it says volume 1, so it's going to be 2 volumes because I think it's only 12 issues.
Okay, I should start reading that on DC.
Also,
Or
I should
on
have done
Hoopla.
this from the get-go so I could show you all the covers. Sorry.
That's
Good
all
job.
right. I'll start. Yeah, I want to read Batgirls too. I need to start reading those on Hoopla.
Henry Abrams is taking over Justice League after Bendis.
Okay, now I know you're pranking us.
Yeah.
First one would have been such a hook in the mouth. It would have been awesome.
Look at that. Arthur looks kind of sus in this, but I dig it.
Is his face okay?
I don't know.
He's
Sounds
got
like
a scrunched up nose.
yeah. And this is supposed to be like Old Man Logan, but with Catwoman. That same thing where she's older now and one last hoorah in Gotham.
Oh, and I see it's a Black Label book.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a big one.
Mhm.
Okay. I love the homage to the classic outfits. I wonder if they're all pop up and
Yeah. She's an older Selena, and she's come back to Gotham. Batman's no longer there, or something. I don't know.
Batman 66 right in the middle with Julie Newmar.
I hurt myself.
Human Target is amazing. I need to read Human Target. I want to check it out, and I want to.
Where did that come from?
You remember the? No, Jess doesn't remember the first Logan trailer.
Okay. I was like, wait, what? Catwoman is? What's her connection with Johnny Cash or 9 Inch Nails? I was going through all this stuff in my head. Whoa, wait a sec, what?
Yeah. I love the fact that Trent Reznor has openly said that's not my song anymore. That's Johnny Cash's song.
He said it's better, right?
Trent Reznor has said that the Johnny Cash version is better than his own version,
and he made it his own.
Yeah, and then it's better than the song he created.
That is pretty. That's not a bad idea, Helen Mirren. That's a pretty big deal for an artist of his magnitude to just openly say it's better. Well, it is, and everybody knows it. But for him to just say, "I appreciate he made it a good song," he's like, "It's better." Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
It's also probably the only music video that every time I watch it, I almost start bawling. It's wow.
I always cry when I see it.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah. Cash Bros. Lonely City is also fun. I want to check that out.
Fun. He's emphasizing fun.
Yes.
That's a good sign.
Also, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got to share.
For DC?
Yeah. I thought there was more, but nope, that's it. So what are you going to show us?
I'm going to show you my going to get my knife to cut these packages open because I forgot. So I'll be right back.
All right.
You can sing the Menomina song if you want.
This is the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Anybody else remember Lamb Chop? I used to watch Lamb Chop as a kid.
I don't.
Oh, sorry, man.
Michael Conrad wrote one of the best horror comics of last year, Double Walker.
Oh, I rushed back here because I was worried you were going to keep singing that Lamb Chop song. With Sherry Lewis.
Oh my God. I used to love Lamb Chop.
Oh yeah. Kelly and I used to watch that all the time. She used to be on Ed Sullivan, Sherry Lewis.
Really?
Also, sorry. Go ahead.
No, do you have something Sherry Lewis related you'd like to share with us?
Not at all. But speaking of sharing, we're going to share our opinions on Batman next week after most of the Omnibros see it. I won't, but I'm pretty sure Riley and Lou will have a review ready at some point for us, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the plan. I haven't got my ticket, but the plan is sometime this weekend. My wife and I are gonna go watch it.
Raphael says all IMAX and Dolby cinemas are full the whole weekend for the Batman.
I'm okay. I just want to watch it. I don't need anything like that right now.
I need emptier theater, so I may not. Wait, what day is today? Wednesday? Maybe if I feel good Friday, I'll go during the day, 10 a.m.
That's not a bad time.
Sorry?
That's not a bad time. Most people are in school. Yeah. That's perfect. It doesn't matter what time my wife and I go. We're going to get slammed with a crowd, I'm pretty sure. 3 hours long.
Yeah. That is going to take some strategizing like Endgame did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a whole lot to spoil because it's a new universe, sort of. So
wait, what are we talking about?
For Batman.
Yeah.
We're gonna spoil for you?
Like, there's no. It's not like Endgame or Spider-Man: No Way Home in that this is a fresh new start. So sort of like an origin-esque story because it's a year 2 tale.
Got it.
I told my wife.
But still, we want to avoid spoilers. I get it.
Yeah.
I told my wife it's 3 hours long, and the first reaction she said is "fuck."
I like your wife more and more. That's funny.
Did you see that? I think it's James coming in clutch. I was just going to talk about this. They're charging more for the Batman tickets than other movies. It's been the headline since yesterday. How do you guys feel about that?
That's such bullshit. That's fucked up, dude.
They're trying to get all their money back that they lost in 2020.
It's fucking price gouging. And they're going to get it too because people are going to go see it regardless.
Yeah, how much more are they charging?
Oh, it's $1 more. It's all right.
Is it only $1 more or is it $5 more?
I think it's close to $2 more per ticket.
See, that's just enough that most people will say whatever.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. We're already paying almost $20 for basic theater.
Really?
Theater here in Miami, it's almost what is it, like $20, baby, for a basic showing? Yeah. For an adult. For an adult, for my wife, our kid, and I to go watch a movie, we're gonna spend about $60 to $70 in tickets alone. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Gosh. Huh. I don't know. The last movie I saw was Spider-Man No Way Home when it came out. But I don't remember. I think we paid $16 for those tickets each. Now that I think about it.
I paid $60 for all three of us to go see that movie.
Wow. $60?
Yeah. That's not including concessions.
If I was in that position, instead of just going by myself or with a friend who's paying for herself, I would have to wait for HBO Max and stuff. That's a dime to drop there. Well, yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Just go to Regal Theater instead, says NFL dude.
Are they super cheaper? That's actually where I saw Endgame, I think. Regal.
You can get through Endgame, you can get through the Batman.
Challenge accepted.
Will Batman sparkle? We're going to find out soon. I'm pretty sure he'll sparkle when bad guys are shooting at him. The recoil.
Well, y'all need
what's the sparkle reference?
Y'all need to get Robert Pattinson. It's why I like
it's a Pattinson comment?
Yeah. Y'all need to give the man his flowers because he's been doing nothing but great work the last few years.
Yeah, no, come on.
That's was ridiculous. In my favorite movie from 2019, or one of my favorites, which was The Lighthouse.
I've heard great things about that, and I still haven't seen it yet. Shocking.
William Dafoe was fucking great in that movie.
Oh, yeah. That was such a good movie.
Me lobster.
I'm trying
Is it a movie that I would care for?
I think you would love it. It's
okay.
The modern Lovecraftian good time with two dudes stuck in a lighthouse trying to survive a storm.
Okay. Ooh, Lovecraftian. I'm with you.
Some weird stuff that happens in that movie, and the finale, finale's even weirder, or not weirder, just typical for a movie like that. I'm like, yeah, that's how it would end, of course.
Weirder than Hereditary?
That's
still my favorite weird ending.
This one has Defoe and lobsters and naked mermaids and
lobsters. What? Naked mermaids?
Yeah.
Is there a reason you didn't lead with that?
It's interesting why I bring that up. You're gonna have to see the movie to find out why.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not as appeasing as you would think.
Yeah.
Okay. I know people wanted to hear about End Read. What's the Elden Ring?
Yeah, we've been getting comments here tonight. Colin Kennedy. Hey guys, you talk about Elden Ring yet? So good. And Real Big Cohen says, have you all discussed Elden Ring yet? Let's do that.
Sure.
Or let's do the figures, whatever. You guys take the helm.
Let's do the figures first. Go ahead, Justin.
Oh, okay. Well, I got some figures that I'm going to show because Tyler's too busy for Unbox and Chill. So I'm just going to show some figures because I felt like showing figures.
Yeah,
this is Scarlet Witch, West Coast Avenger, and check out her face sculpt.
That's beautiful.
That's amazing.
Wow, that's good.
Ooh, she has her own theme song.
Yeah.
So, and Tyler said, and you can pair her with your other West Coast Avengers. And I said, oh, yeah. All those West Coast Avengers, like Geeble Gorble and Captain What's-His-Name and whoever else was in West Coast Avengers, whatever it was. Walmart special. This is what I wanted, a cartoon Doctor Strange.
That's amazing. I love that.
Look at that axe.
Cool. And the two head sculpts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's meditating there.
That's Charles Bronson. Looks like Charles Bronson.
No, come on. He looks like Tom Selleck.
The Hogarth. I'm Charles Bronson.
Then I didn't get to unbox this one yet. The one I unboxed was the most amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech figure. I haven't played the game. It's from Arkham Knight, but it's Arkham Knight Batman.
Whoa.
That also turns into Red Hood.
Whoa. Yeah.
There's his Red Hoodie stuff, and it's... Let me see if I can get a picture of it from the back. Yeah, this will show you a little bit better. This is what this guy is. Batman and Red Hood.
Badass. Love it.
And T-Lar Blunt gets all the criticism for this because he showed it to me and made me buy it. So there you go. Thank you for watching my TED Talk for 5 minutes. See, it wasn't very long. Could have gone much longer.
Basically, this was unpack and
relax.
And relax on Omnibros.
Unpack and relax. Yeah, I'll have that segment every week. Unpack and relax for 2 minutes. I don't make it long. I didn't want to bum out anybody that wasn't a toy collector or anything else.
I like this question. Is Tyler pretending to be a real accountant being in the busy season?
He is.
He is.
Poor guy. He gets swamped this time of year.
Money. What is that? Such a great game. Oh, Arkham Knight or Elden Ring? Which one are we?
I think it's talking about Knight.
Whoops, I put it in wrong. Arkham Knight. I stopped after the first game. Loved the first Arkham Knight game. Loved it. But then it became too much of a sandbox for me, and I had to stop.
Oh,
but
so you haven't played Arkham City?
Sorry?
You haven't played Arkham City?
What's the first one?
Arkham Asylum.
Okay, that's the only one I played.
Oh, you got to play City. That's
City
the one with the critical acclaim.
City is so good.
Yep.
Well, the thing that turned me off, I know I've told you this before, is that it was just too much of an open world. Like if I wanted to do I'm fine with going and having a couple side missions, but this was like the second one was like I had to go to Bane to get something, then go to Catwoman, then do 5 other things, and finally I got to the top of a bridge and he gave me my next clue. I'm like, I am not an errand boy. Come on, what if you want to fetch something? Fetch me a sandwich. I'm not into this at all. So,
well, I would at least watch the movie on YouTube, like the cutscenes and stuff.
It's worth
Arkham
it.
City.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth checking out for the story.
Is it a giant sandbox like that?
It's twice the size of Asylum because now they sectioned off a huge part of Gotham City to be a prison, so it's like quadruple sized or something.
It's Escape from New York with Batman, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I liked the first one where you had to bat rope your way around a room and stuff. That was cool.
Yeah,
but it got too much for me. Horizon Zero Dawn is as big as I can handle.
I really liked Arkham Origins. Arkham Origins, people like to clown on that, but I like the story. I thought it was cool.
That was fun. It was fun. I like Troy Baker's version of the Joker. I thought he did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
That's a video game?
Mm-hmm.
That's the prequel for the Arkham games. It's called Arkham Origins.
Oh, okay. What's going on in Elden Ring, and why is it so popular?
Why is it so popular? Why should we care about Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Tell us,
Oh my
guy.
Oh my god, guys, Elden Ring. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Right. Stop talking to us like you're alone with your wife. Just remember you're on the air.
Exactly.
So yeah, Elden Ring. Elden Ring, I don't even know where to start with this, to be honest with you.
Your first impressions as soon as you popped in the game.
What kind of game is it?
Yeah.
So Elden Ring is a fantasy RPG that is written. It's a collaboration between Miyazaki and George R. R. Martin. Martin, who is famous for writing the Lord of the Rings. Jeez, I'm tired. Sorry, guys. The Game of Thrones books. We will probably never get those last 2 books. The Game of Thrones book. What were you gonna say?
I thought you were going to say famous for not finishing his books, but
George R. R. Martin is famous for writing the Game of Thrones books. He basically outlined and wrote the Bible or the world that you're playing in. The game is a pseudo sequel to a series of games that came out a few years ago called Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and then before that there was Demon Souls, and then there was Bloodborne, Sekiro, blah, blah, blah. This takes a cue from mostly Breath of the Wild in that it's very much Dark Souls but open world. And the thing that's really refreshing about this is you create the character, you pick your class, and that's it. Then you just pretty much walk out into the open world. There's no checkpoint markers.
Tyler told me there's no instructions.
There's nothing.
You just go.
There's absolutely almost nothing to. There is a golden path that you can take that points you ish in a direction that you can go, but for the most part is once you get out into this world that they have created, there is nothing. The map you have has very little details. There's no, I'm just going to pull up my quest log and my quest log will tell me where I go to next.
Yeah.
None of that. Absolutely none of that.
Wow.
You have to, in a way, memorize everything that if you start a quest, you either memorize it or I recommend you have a notebook on hand. And in that notebook, you write this character is here and this is what this character wants me to do. And I should probably go here. Because it's very bare bones. And in that sense, it's actually really refreshing because I am tired of games where it's okay, here's 80 things to do and almost none of them matter.
Right. Here's a good question.
Is it as difficult as Dark Souls?
I don't think so.
And
Easier?
is this, when they say difficult, is that how hard it is to defeat your various enemies?
Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, because the Souls series, the Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, all those games have been known to be notoriously really fucking tough, and unforgiving. This to me is probably much so far is easier than the other ones. I'm finding this a lot easier than the other ones because of the fact that it's an open world. So in the other Souls games, you're basically stuck on a linear path. And if you get stuck on a boss, you can level up, you go back a little bit and level up, and then you kind of keep hitting your head against the wall until you beat the boss or you just end up giving up. Here, if you get stuck with a boss, it's almost like it's deliberately saying, "Hey, you're too low level. There's 80 other things to do in the open world. There's just go do something else. You can literally just traverse almost the entire open world. Go do something else. Go find one of 100 different things that you can do in this open world." It's fucking staggering the scale of what this is, because it just keeps adding stuff to it. I'm 30 hours in and I feel like I have not even scratched the surface of this thing.
Nice.
It's ridiculous. You started out in an area called Limgrave, and when you beat one of the elder gods that you have to beat, there's 5 other elder gods, which means there are 5 other sections of a map that you have to unlock, and the map just keeps going and going, and there's just stuff littered all over the world for you to explore. It's, oh my god, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
What class did you choose?
I forgot what the name of the class was. The starting class really doesn't matter in Souls games. It's more of just what you want to start with, as far as like, do you want to have high strength, or do you want to have, but in the end it really doesn't matter, because as you go through the game you could spec it any different way that you want. So if you want to start off with just a high strength, that's fine, but as you go through the game, you might be like, you know what, I'm going to actually shift gears and actually put points into faith, and I'm going to become a mage with high strength and stuff like that, which is kind of the build that I'm going for. And
a mage with high strength.
Yeah, that's actually
what you're going for.
That's the build that I have.
Okay.
So I got a big ass sword, but I can shoot magic basically.
Nice.
Oh, nice. That sounds good to me.
It's and the thing is, a few years ago, Breath of the Wild came out, and we've seen a few people try to replicate what Breath of the Wild did, which is that open world with almost no missions, just go out, discover things, find out what's going on in the world. And I don't think anything has touched that in the last few years. This does, I think, Breath of the Wild better in a lot of ways.
Whoa.
Yeah. Nice. I think this does Breath of the Wild a lot better, man. It's very impressive. I am honestly very impressed. I have not been this hooked on a Souls game since probably the first one, when I was in college. And I'm looking forward to kind of keep going with it more, because it's literally that sense of discovery where you don't know, all right, I'm going to take a turn here. There's nothing to indicate what's going to happen next. I could end up in an area that is way too high level for me, and I'm going to immediately get my ass kicked. I could find a dungeon right around the corner, or I could find a boss just walking around in the open world. There are bosses in this game. So there's a day and night cycle in it. There are bosses in the game that you will only find if you're playing during the nighttime in the game.
Oh, okay.
They're just roaming around the world. What's crazy about it to me is there are literal bosses in the game that they have programmed, took time to craft, and chances are most people will never see them. Because just the circumstances that you need to actually find that boss. You have to be in a certain area at a certain time, and you have to have this item for that to happen. It's insane. It's honestly insane, and man, I can't wait to dive into it a lot more.
It's only for the computer, PC only.
No,
PlayStation
PlayStation
and Xbox. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's so far, like I said, I've put in about almost 30 hours into it. I've beaten one of the 5 bosses, one of them 5 major bosses. There are smaller bosses that are thrown all around the world. And man, I can't wait to see what else is in it. It's so good. It's fantastic.
NFL Dude says, how does the world compare to Red Dead Redemption 2? That's still my high point of a sandbox game. Breath of the Wild definitely has more limelight, though.
So the thing is with Red Dead Redemption 2 is that
Red Dead Redemption.
I still have to finish that.
These are despite the fact that they're both open worlds, these are kind of 2 completely different animals, because Red Dead Redemption 2 is going more for a simulation. You're a cowboy in the West, and they're doing their best to kind of put you into that place of what it would be like to living in the Wild West. So a lot of the towns are full of life, and they interact with you and stuff like that, which is just an insane level of immersion. This is the closest thing we've ever gotten to Dungeons and Dragons, a video game. It's spot on to what a D&D game would be, that you would love for that to be. And I think that's where a lot of the George R. R. Martin influence comes from, in the town, in the name of the towns that you kind of bump into, and in the name of the and then some of the stuff involving the lore. You can see where his influence comes in. And I said a few weeks ago, I think in the chat, I'm like, he probably just stuck his name on it and called it a day. No, there's very much, there are bits of it that if you know Martin's writing and what he does well, there's bits of that sprinkled throughout the game. And it's, man, I don't know. I really don't. It's super early to call, but Jesus Christ, this is something special.
Did you run into the surprise giant bear yet?
Yeah, I ran into the surprise giant bear.
What happened?
I don't know what that means, but it sounds interesting.
What happened?
He kicked my ass. So I'll give you an example of it. So I'm riding on horseback and I'm going across this lake, and out of nowhere a dragon just swoops down and kills me in one shot, and I start dying laughing because there's no indication it would happen. It just happened. And that's what this game is filled with. It's a lot of moments of, wow, that just really happened, and it completely caught me off guard. And I don't get mad when I die in it. I'm just like, Jesus, that was actually pretty cool.
And do you respawn like right before it?
No.
You have to go back a ways and just watch
out? Yeah, you go back a ways.
Yeah, and you mentioned how it was full of Berserk. Was this game you were talking about had a lot of Berserk in it?
Yeah, references? So Miyazaki, the creative director of the game, I believe that's his title. He's a huge fan of Berserk, and throughout all the Souls games, going back to even Demon Souls, which was the first big one of these, there have been influences involving Berserk. There have been items that reference it. There's been glyphs that look like a lot of the stuff that's in Berserk. This, though, goes really hard into the Berserk stuff. There's literally a monument that looks like a tribute to Miyazaki. Not Miyazaki, to Mira, who passed away last year in the game. The great sword that you get is flat out Guts' sword. Like, you can look it up online. That is Guts' sword. There's tons of iconography in the game that looks straight up off the page from something from Berserk. It's wild.
So somebody asked, is this a good game for a first timer to play? It sounds like it's pretty tough still.
Yeah. I don't know.
For a first timer?
Well, let's see. What was the question? It was you recommend it for first timer in the series.
Huh?
Do you recommend it for a first timer in the series?
So for a first timer in the series, I'm gonna go with. Man, that's tough. Yes. I think if this is your first time playing this type of game, yes, it's a good start. However, with the caveat that if you really struggle with this, and if you've never played an RPG before, I don't think this is a good place to start. I will say that. However, if you like RPGs, you've never played a Souls game before, I think this is the perfect place to start with a Souls game. But you should know, if you run into a boss and you can't beat that boss, just go, quit. It's okay. Find one of the hundreds of other things you could do in the game, and then jump back in and try your luck in a few hours against that boss again. Because I think what's going to happen is that a lot of people, they're going to jump into the game, they're going to try it, and they're going to go, this is way too fucking hard. I'm going to quit on this. I don't want to play this thing.
I love this term, and I don't know who this person is, but it was I think I sent it. I don't know if I sent it to you or not, and I don't know who this person is on YouTube. Peace and love. All I saw was the highlight on Game Rant. Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespects. Dr. Disrespect rage quits Elden Ring. I love that term, rage quits. That just cracks me up. No disrespect to Dr. Disrespect. I'm just seeing that you gave it like 6 hours and threw your controller at it and rage quit. So to me, that shows, I don't know who Dr. Disrespect is, but it sounds like he's a video game YouTuber. And if it's hard for him, maybe it's too hard for, maybe it's not too hard. Maybe he was just bored with it. I don't know. I just love the term rage quit. I love that term. It's so funny.
Here's a question from Next Imaginant. One, how do you think Elden Ring stacks up so far to the other great fantasy SF MMO RPGs? And two, did either of you play Spore? What do you think it failed to? Spore failed? No, wait.
Gain popularity. NFL answer.
Yeah, gain popularity. And then NFL dude chimed in and said Spore failed because it was too ambitious and years ahead of the curve. I never played Spore. Sorry.
Me either.
Never.
But how do you think it stacks up compared to the classic MMOs and RPGs?
So this is that's really a tough thing to say.
Is it too early to answer that?
It's too early. I think it's way too early. Just all the discussion. I do think this is one of the best games I've ever played.
Wow.
I can confidently say that after sinking X amount of hours into it right now, that I think this is something very special. There are technical problems with it. The frame rate is not that great.
What are you playing it on? PS5?
PS5. The frame rate isn't that great. There's a lot of pop-in and stuff like that, but it has not detracted my enjoyment from it. But I think I can confidently say that this will probably be remembered as a classic in the same way that some of the Demon Souls was remembered as a modern day classic. There's just something here, and the thing, it's always something really awesome and special when a new From Software Souls game comes out, because it's like the online community gets together and there's no strategy guide for it. It's literally they put the game out and they're like, all right guys, figure it out. Yeah, figure it out. Figure out what this obscure little item that you found in the corner of a forest or something like that means, and how it can open a gate that's on the other side of the map and stuff like. Just go out, figure it out, and that's really the fun part, I think, about this. And I think if you jump on it later rather than now, you kind of miss out on that a little bit, because everybody's kind of found all the secrets, and you could easily go online and go, okay, well, what does this mean? Versus you're just going out into the world and you're creating your own story and having an adventure. I think that's really the strength of this.
I was talking to Tyler Blunt of SSD Toys on the phone earlier today, and he said he hasn't been as excited to play a game like this in over a year. And this is Elden Ring. He said he goes to bed thinking about it. He gets up from sleep wanting to play it. He can't wait to play it during the day when he should be working or even when he's taking a break. All he's doing is thinking about it and playing it, and to the deleterious effect of his on. He still has a bunch of pictures that he's shooting for his action figure photography, but they're backlog. I don't think he's doing anything new right now because of this game. It's like swallowed him up. He's having so much fun.
That's the consensus of what's going on online. What Elden Ring has taken over a lot of gaming circles. Like if you go on Twitch right now, a lot of people are playing Elden Ring right now. The most popular streamers are playing Elden Ring right now. It's taken over, I think, the gaming community as a whole. And again, there's just something special about the first few weeks of these types of games where the whole community gets together and goes, we're going to figure out how to beat this game and figure out what's the best way to do it and what do
except those of you who rage quit it.
And except those of you who rage quit it. And that there's so many little things that you kind of create your own story as you go through it. So for example, I opened a random chest thinking, oh man, this is awesome. I'm going to get a cool item out of it. And then all of a sudden I see smoke come out of the chest and it says, you've been ensnared in a trap. I'm like, what the hell does this mean? I get teleported halfway across the map into a cave full of like these weird ass centipede creatures that have mystical staffs and they're shooting shit at me. And I'm like, oh man, this is a problem. I'm way too low level to be here. And
how do you get out?
I'm running as fast as I can, trying to figure out my way out of it. And eventually I'm like, oh, cool, I'm out of the cave. What the hell? Where am I? This looks like hell. This does not look good. This looks literally like hell. The sky is red. There's like a blood lake in front of me. And there's these... I have played a lot of horror games. The imagery in that specific area is some of the scariest shit I have ever fucking seen.
Really?
It is terrifying, some of the stuff you run into in this game. It is genuinely really fucking terrifying, where I'm sure Junji Ito would go, dude, what is wrong with you? What the fuck, man? It is... oh my god, man.
Wow. Well, I don't feel
so
like
good.
reviewing my game this week.
I'll
do it next week.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Twitch, Verd, thank you for joining.
Oh, that's a Twitch viewer.
Yeah.
Nice.
We are streaming on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. So technically we're kind of Twitch streamers.
Technically.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not playing any games. We're just talking about the game.
Oh, we're talking about games.
Different story. Yeah.
I'm not following that up with my little review of the game that I'm playing right now. I will show you.
Give us your first impressions on Horizon.
I will. My daughter and I are playing Horizon Zero Dawn for Forbidden West. I'm going to make it a long answer. I hadn't planned. We were going to get it, but it was going to be for the PS4. And then fortunately, Beto Rios, our buddy from Texas, told me to enter into the Sony lottery for a PS5. And I did and forgot about it. This was like September. So at the beginning of December, my name got picked as being allowed to buy the PS5 from Sony. They did give me a deal on the Miles Morales Spider-Man for PS5. They gave me a percentage off on that, but they did not give me any percentage off on PS5. Although I think I got free shipping. So they sent me, I wasn't even planning on getting this thing. And it's now the centerpiece of upstairs because that's where she and I now play Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West. that game meant so much to us when we played it, I guess 2019. We've been waiting for this sequel, and she comes over on Sunday, so we're not going to be getting as far, say, as it'll take us a long time to finish every Sunday for a year. So I'll have weekly updates, but the reason I was so excited that I could get a PS5 was that it also hooks up to the really nice TV, the 4K TV we have, and these graphics are astonishingly beautiful on the TV from that PS5. They are just gorgeous colors and super sharp. And then the story is so great that I don't mind at all when we're splitting the controller. She likes to sneak around. Like, we're in a part, I think we just finished. We're still in the very beginning of the game where we had to find a house, and there was a ruin, and using the focus thing that helps you focus around, we found the outline of a house and placed it over the house, and everything started to show up. And she likes to loot everything in there, and so I help suggest where she can go. And then when some Herkin monster shows up, she tries, and I said, what are you doing? She goes, I'm panicking. And I go, well, just hand it over to me. And so I take the fights, and she reminds me when my health is low, because I'm terrible at that. And so she keeps my health up for me by telling me, and I'll fight. So she explores and I fight. And the game it's so rewarding, not only because of the graphics, but the story is great. I'm happy to sit there and let her approach some guy in a village, and you get a spoke wheel of topics you can talk to him about. And I'm like, this is great. I'm learning more about the wheel. I'm learning more about the wheel. I'm learning. I should not look at the chat while I'm talking. I'm learning more. It fleshes out the game more. It's more interesting. The voiceovers are awesome. There's really good acting. And Aloy has come back sassier than ever. She has got an attitude on her where she's not putting up with anybody. She's the savior of Meridian, and she's taking no shit from anyone. But it also seems like she left along either a string of lovers or a string of people that are in love with her, because like every man and woman she runs into is making googly eyes at her. She's like, yep, can't stay, gotta go. And my daughter and I are like trying to read into this, like, what was going on between games here? Did she hook up with these people? What's going on here? So the story's fantastic. Graphics are fantastic. I did find a glitch, and I'm going to see if I can share it with you. It's a 5-second glitch that we found 20 minutes in the game. Let's see if I can share screen.
Yep.
Yada. Here we go. Can you? Okay, this is Aloy right here in a patch where there's something right in front of her, and if you don't interact with it properly, this is what happens. She does the Aloy dance, and you can't get out of it. You have to rage quit, and start over. Fortunately, you're only a little bit back, but yeah, I got a kick out of that. That was that was. Do you want to see it again? Should I turn the sound off? Could we get demonetized for that or something?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Play it again.
Okay. She just goes on like that for the rest of time.
You need to add the Hanna-Barbera running sound effect.
The drums, the
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I like the Benny Hill music personally.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah.
I wonder which one's on Instagram. I can stop sharing now. I was going to post it on Instagram, but those are two good sound effects to just post with that. Both of those are good. All right. Good ideas. Anyway, Horizon Zero Dawn, great. It's just as interesting, if not more interesting, because Aloy's not taking crap from anybody. She is just, she's kicking ass and taking names in this one. Whereas I think of the other one, she was, a little kid learning and was the outcast, and now she's the savior. And the game interaction, I mean, the weapons and everything works flawlessly so far. Really happy with the upgrades. It's just a ton of fun, and my daughter and I love it. It's just great to play together.
Noir Wolf, I know almost nothing about the game, but just saw this bug reference on Twitter a few minutes ago. Now it makes sense.
Oh, somebody else saw it. Okay.
Nice.
This is this has been an interesting, dude. This has been a month full of amazing games that have come out, and we still have this month where we've got a new Kirby game, Triangle Strategy, this Friday. What else we got this month?
What's Triangle Strategy?
It is Square Enix's latest JRPG that's heading for the Switch.
Yeah. So that comes out Friday. Run down. So this is just off the top of my head, the list of just stuff that came out this month. We got Dying Light 2, Elden Ring, Horizon. We got Cyberpunk got updated so it can be played on the PS5. What else am I missing anything, Gio? Or is that?
Let me pull up a calendar here because
it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. This was an insane month. And next month,
this month or you meant February? Sorry,
yeah.
My bad. Last month we got the Life is Strange remastered collections, Dying Light, Ollie Ollie World, Sifu for I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, for PlayStation, Crossfire X, Lost Ark, blah blah blah, Horizon, Destiny 2, The Witch Queen,
yep,
Elden Ring. Martha is Dead, which is surprising because I've heard like this is extremely macabre. Yeah. So I don't know. Assassin's Creed came out for the Switch. King of Fighters 15, which we talked about last Monday. Lionheart was in the chat. Mm-hmm. I want to play that. But this month, March, is pretty stacked as well.
Yeah.
You got Gran Turismo 7, Triangle Strategy, Chocobo GP, if you like racing games that are not Mario related. Mm-hmm. GTA 5 is hitting PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax for PC, PlayStation, and Switch. The first batch of the Mario Kart 8 DLC is coming out. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is coming out as well. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Ghostwire Tokyo, which I'm super excited for.
Yeah.
And Marvel's Midnight Suns, although that date might change. I think it got delayed. But a lot of cool stuff coming out month after month.
Insane. And the thing I'm most excited for this month is actually Kirby. I'm really looking forward to the new Kirby.
Yes. I'm getting Kirby and I'm getting Ghostwire Tokyo.
What's Ghostwire Tokyo?
It's a first-person action adventure game from the folks that did, what's that other horror franchise that they're known for?
Evil Within.
Evil Within, yeah. And then this one, a good portion of the population in Tokyo disappears, and it's up to you to figure out what's happening. And there are a lot of demons and yokai and ghosts and stuff that are invading, and you fight with hand spells, and you're doing all sorts of crazy things across the whole city. It looks really cool.
Wow, I'm going to keep me updated on that. That sounds cool.
It'll be available PlayStation 4 and 5, so anybody can play it.
Yeah.
If you don't have a PS5.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Mario Kart, if you already have the expansion pack on the Switch Online, that's free to download, so you're good there as well.
We have got to get all of us, the 6 of us, on Mario Party.
Mario Party.
Yes.
I do not trust Omar in Mario Kart, but I will play him in Mario Party. That would be so much fun for the 6 of us to do that.
Yeah, I need to play that.
It's these next 2 months are a double-edged sword, man, because that means we have a shit ton of stuff that's going to carry us. Everything that's come out in the last few weeks should carry you all the way into the fall. And I think after this month, it's pretty much a drought, right? It's dry for the rest of the year until.
No, we still don't know all the fall titles. And Nintendo has a bunch of titles that are coming out. They got the Advance Wars and Switch Sports. Bayonetta 3 still doesn't have a date release for this year. Splatoon 3 is also coming out this year. Pokemon Gen 9 got announced. We're not going to talk about it tonight because we're almost out of time. But that is coming out near the fall, November, December. And I'm pretty sure PlayStation has a few things up their sleeves as well.
Yeah. So, but I think the next few months are kind of dry, right? Leading up to the fall.
I need to check up on that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything huge coming up in the next few months.
Okay. Let's see. April, Lego Star Wars, MLB The Show, the Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers Edition, Advance Wars, 13 Sentinels for Switch, Star Wars, Force Unleashed for Switch, April, looking pretty bare bones, and May as well.
May I interject here for InStockTrades.com?
Yeah, go for it. Of course.
How about that one? InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to sometimes 65%, usually around 38 to 40, but they are our sponsor and we love them a lot. 2% discount also added for loyalty for you people who come back week after week. At the end of every month, we have a $50 gift card that we give away to a lucky viewer like you. That just happened a couple of days ago. $50 or more gets you free shipping in the USA. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Beautiful. Okay. Love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, look at that. Michael,
whoa.
Thank you.
We both jumped on that.
Yeah. Best channel on YouTube, hands down.
Thank you, Michael Collins.
Appreciate it. Got a comic book question before we wrap up because it's
good.
Late. We can end it on that one.
Mm-hmm.
From Kevin De La Rocha. I'm collecting some Daredevil stuff. Is Charles Soule's run worth it? What do you guys think?
I have only heard that it's worth it. I haven't read it, but I've only heard about it. I've heard that it's really good.
Same.
There you go.
I'm trying to that's going to be the next thing I start. I think Charles Soule, then Zdarsky. So I'm that's something that I really want to start is the Charles Soule trade paperbacks that I have.
Yeah.
Knights of the Overworld. No, I don't think that's coming out this year.
No, I don't think
so. Actually, we might get an update in the summer for E3 season. They might show something, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to come out this year. Sadly.
Oh, this is a video game.
Yeah, they're remaking Knights of the Old Republic for like PlayStation 5 graphics. Looks pretty
KOTOR.
Awesome. KOTOR. Yeah, there you go.
I played that. I played that. I think I played it on the GameCube or something.
I played the second one back in the day on the PC.
I forgot E3 is a thing. Jeez.
I probably played it on the PS2 or something.
Mario and the Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Yeah, the sequel. That's also exciting. Is Mario Kart Omnibus compatible? I like that sense of humor, Vert. I like it. I can't seem to get them to work together. Also, a little life hack: if you don't have the expansion pack and you want to play the DLC courses for Mario Kart, you just have to log in online and play randomly, and you'll get the tracks because they'll drop you in a race in that track with other people, so you can still kind of play them. How did you guys? This is the final question, guys. How did you guys get your PlayStation 5? I know somebody that works at a Walmart, and when they got a fresh batch, I said, "You get that for me." And people were just staring at that box and offering twice the amount for it. I'm like, "No, that's mine. Don't
get away.
Get away." So yeah, I had somebody at Walmart that hooked me up.
Yeah.
How'd you get yours, Lou?
I was up till around 2 a.m.
You were lucky enough to get the pre-order, right, on Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was up till about 2 a.m. that night. And because everybody online was talking that apparently there were rumors after they announced, they actually officially revealed it and showed it that it would go live as far as pre-orders that day. I was watching NeoGAF. It's an online forum like a hawk. And we started to slowly see it roll out across the world. Okay, Amazon Australia has their pre-orders up. Okay, Amazon Best Buy Australia has their oh wow, Best Buy Japan just put up their pre-orders. And all of us were just online watching it. And the second that it went up on Amazon US, I put a pre-order in, and then I knocked out.
That is compelling compared to my story.
Yeah, I was up till 2 a.m. that night, and I was like, oh, I got two. I actually secured two. I got a disc one, and I got a digital one. Joe Goose posted up on the, I think it was Joe Goose posted up on the gamers page that, damn, he missed out on the pre-orders. And I was like, man, I got you. So I hit him up and I was like, do you want the disc version? Because I'm pretty much going all digital this year. And he said, absolutely. So
sweet.
He ended up getting that one.
And I won a lottery that made me pay.
There you go. So that's it, right? We're done for tonight.
Sounds good.
We'll be back tomorrow with the March previews on all things manga. Riley and I, we're going to talk about that stuff. And then we'll be back Monday with hauls, previews, reads, and all that fun stuff.
Nice.
Be sure to subscribe, share the video. If you're watching this for the first time, leave a comment down below what you thought of the topics that we discussed tonight. And I don't know.
Gio, where can you find you on the internet?
A Week in Geekdom, where I talk about anime and manga. Not comics, but anime and manga.
What about you, Comics Guide? Do you talk about comics on the internet?
Yeah, on occasion. You could find me at Comics Guide 101 on Twitter and Comics Guide 101 on the YouTube.
And you can find me, OmniDog, on OmniDog's Vault on YouTube and OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram.
Nice. That's it.
Yeah. I can't believe it's
peace
been
and love. Peace and love.
5 years.
Bye, everybody. Let me pull up the little thing.
Good night, everybody.
Subscribe. Hit the like button. Share the video.
Thank you, IST. We love you.
Let's get the channel to 5K. Come on, guys.